is something that makes me happy. We are going to see a real contest. There's nothing as exhilarating, there's nothing as fun-packed as seeing a contest happen. The joy of victory and the agony of defeat, we will see everything. It is what we want to see. When you don't have all of these elements in something that's supposed to be a primary election, what is there to report? What is there? You will be limited in terms of what you can report. If I were a tabloid editor, for example, I want controversy. I want to see even terrible things happen. So
give you more content to write.
I have front page news. So if you don't want the contest to take place, you just want something like consensus, there'll be so little to report. I'm telling you now, because there's going to be a real contest, there'll be more drama.
More twists and
more news items for the journalists. They are not there for any other thing other than to milk all the news items that they can lay their hands on.
Right, Dari, so people say that one of the people we need to keep our eyes on is even the chairman of the party, looking at the kind of confusion that he led us into yesterday. And another person said it could just be the voice of Jacob and of Esau.
Yeah, but either it is the voice of Jacob or the hand of Esau, or the voice of Esau or the hand of Esau. He led us into confusion. And that's something anybody who is serious should be wary of. He is a national chairman of a party, like the father of all. Your children are out there trying to win your love. They are doing all they can to say, oh, Dad, I love you the most. And then suddenly, you threw a kite and saying your own father now, their grandfather, already anointed somebody. And you have discussed the matter with their grandfather, and for the grandfather to say no. Either you were sent and later denied, or you did it out of your own volition. It is controversial, it is confusing. And Adamu ought to know that he came into that office pro bono. Let me use that word. Pro bono.
He is a product of consensus.
And then, no, he's not a product of consensus.
No, it's not consensus.
He was unpicked.
Unpicked by the president.
His co-contestants didn't agree to that process. So that's what eventually happened.
Right.
So he saw the Herculean task leaders of the party had to go through to keep the party together when he emerged through such a situation. He is now wishing that same scenario on the party. At the point after the PDP has shown the leadership, I will say it, by allowing us to see their own show of strength. They tested their strength, and it is easy for me as a reporter to say Atiku won this. So I will situate him against whoever wins today. Right. Atiku did well here in his own primaries, so he's a strong goal. How will this go? How that? It will be beautiful. The
Imo State governor tried to give reason for that they were not in power. So that's why it was easier for them to be able to conduct that primary.
I don't agree with that.
And that they are not in control. They are not.
We are looking at the process now.
What is the big deal? During Obasanjo era, didn't they do
primaries?
Were they postponing primaries like this?
Even Buhari in 2019 went through some sort of primary.
Yes, no. Over 2 days.
Over 2 days.
And it was successful. They were not in power. Were they in power?
So what is he saying? Anyway, what I am trying to say is APC should not jump the gun in this contest, because every part of this process is important.
Absolutely.
If the people realize that your own candidate cannot even be proven to be the popular candidate within your own party, it is easy for the people to reject such a candidate.
Even the party, the worst thing that can happen is for your candidate to face rejection by members of his own party. And that usually happens when an unpopular person emerges. There are people on social media and other places, emergency APC lovers, who are rooting for consensus without thinking of the implication of picking somebody not universally accepted.
Even Mr. President, while he was giving it, we said we want somebody who can win. How do you know somebody who can win without testing the waters with the primary?
Let's test him to even go
win
through
the primary election first.
This should be like a baptism of fire for that person. Let him go through it.
Yes.
Let him go through the fire. Let us see whether this person is actually popular. But if you cannot even show your popularity within your own party, how do you then externalize
your popularity?
Your popularity? People need to understand these things. The people who know that their candidate can never win except by consensus, they are the ones who want to die over consensus. They are the ones abusing the rest of us that, somebody who said Jide is not professional. They say I'm not professional. I say, why? I didn't campaign for any individual. I only said, let the proper process be implemented. Let it take place.
Even with consensus, it has to have the backing of all other.
See, if you did out of 36 states, you didn't go to 12, and then you will emerge as a consensus candidate. Who are those? You see, one thing about electioneering is you must have, apart from the leaders you look up to, you must have your own men, your small team of campaigners, foot soldiers. If they didn't visit them, who will work for you in those states?
You don't have them.
When you don't have them, then election will come, they will now say, you don't even have agents, it's also what?
No structure.
We've seen it.
You know, some of them were not even planning to contest.
They were just told that Mr. President is thinking about you. And do you know that
they had no plan to contest. So how do you then allow such a person to
become the candidate?
Represent the party? He has no structures. He had no plan to contest. This thing came to him.
They've not been attending party meetings.
So this is the thing. It will really be good for the party when a proper contest takes place. The most popular of them all emerges. That popular person, now he has a platform to stand on.
There's legitimacy.
He's in a position of strength already.
And the party
can then rally around him. You know, he will then begin to galvanize support across board. Then you can feel confident that you have in him somebody capable of defeating Atiku.
Because there is a juggernaut waiting somewhere, looking in the bush, watching them.
No, they finish their own alley, and he's already moving around, even trying to form his government. He's already drawing up list of his ministers.
And he's reconciling with, the perceived aggrieved
from the second day, the day after the primaries, he was going to Wike, going to other. So he has already started work. He has already started work.
Drawing people into his team, running the race with people, galvanizing.
As I said, there are not many people in APC today, and I will repeat it again. There are not many people in APC who can defeat Atiku. I've said it that only two. I know only two. I won't mention the two. In APC today, only two.
Is it among the contenders that we have today?
Yes. Yes. Only two of them. Well, maybe one, and then the other person is not an aspirant. Yes. Who can defeat Atiku? Because they have cross-country support base.
And the APC knows this.
They know. They know. Look, if I'm discussing with politicians now, and I say, look, there are two politicians who can defeat Atiku. One is in the northeast. They will tell me who that person is in the northeast. So if a politician is popular, it will be well known. It's not. You can't cover up popularity.
Absolutely. Well, it's a make or mar for the party today because they've actually intentionally pushed themselves to the brink because they don't have any window. If there's anything, if it doesn't go well tonight,
it has to be done today. It has to be done today, and they know, and that's why all these negotiations are on. That's why they want to ensure that whatever it is they will do today will be acceptable to all. That's why there is a push for consensus, and that is why there is a rejection for consensus, because those who feel no, we should not go this route, are not ready to go to court. They are not interested in going to the idea of we will be in government, you will be in court. We not work in this matter. Because some people are there. They've been in politics for 30, 40 years. They understand what it takes. when they make the mistake of boycotting anything. They're not going to boycott. They're going to stick it out. APC is going to make a choice today, and I am hoping that just like PDP made its own choice and it was glaring to all that the best man won, APC will do the same thing today in the interest of the party. In the interest of the party. I am having a lot of respect for APC governors in the last
they are like the heroes,
especially
of what is happening to
governors. In the last 72 hours, my respect for them has been a rebound.
They took a stand and they
started as 11. Now, 11, now 13 of them.
13 of them, and they are doing well.
The number has even swelled.
Except for Yaya Bello, who said he was not consulted.
And he's in the race. He wants to contest, and he thinks he can win. So let him.
You can understand.
He has spent a lot.
Somebody, no, he has worked hard. He has spent. So you can't just get him out. It's not easy.
Yes,
put yourself in his position.
The race. He wants to.
He's been spending money. He's been spending money. He's been hosting people. He's been going around. He's been talking. He's been nursing this ambition for a long time, and then within a matter of 48 hours, he wanted to simply just get out of the race. No, it doesn't happen like that.
I think it will even be very interesting to see him in the race.
Yes, I long to see.
There are people who scored 0 in PDP convention.
Yes.
And today, they will not look at Atiku and say, I step down for you. If not for me, you will
not. But at least they know that they tested their popularity,
And now they're going to add their 0 to Atiku's popularity, and everything will move together. And
all right, we're costing on. BK, on your final thoughts, thank God we are not having more than 7,000 delegates. So we hope that they'll be able to manage the just little amount that they have, just less than a minute.
Yes, just 2,340 or so. That's why I think that this thing can be done and dusted just a number of hours, just a few hours.
They say by 10, maybe we should get to know who the flag bearer is.
Maybe beyond 10.
Okay. Beyond things have actually been done.
But it will be something that will be wrapped up today.
All right, we've got to go home. I'm sure we're not going to go home because we really going to monitor. We're here. So
don't deceive yourself.
Thank you very kindly. Babajide Kolade told you, thank you so much for your keenness of insight as always. And Darry for really appreciate your time and your insight as well. Thank you. Well, that's all on Journalist Hangout. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. Join us on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. for Journalist Hangout on Sunday. We're on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I'm Ibrahim Shita. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.